All right, we got UFC 145 coming up, the big 205 fight between John Bones Jones and Rashad Evans.
That's right, 145, Bones and Rashad, best friends, now enemies, going at it.
It's kind of a soap opera there. You've got two guys that were in the same camp that were training partners for a long time, and as soon as this fight came up, even just talks of it, they were already talking about, this is not going to be a friend versus friend. This is going to be bad blood.
Definitely. And two of the most athletic fighters in the UFC, Bones Jones, unorthodox, athletic, almost in a sense like a NBA player where he can just very quick, he can jump, hit you from all angles. You got Rashad, old school, but also very athletic.
I think with Rashad is that he has, unlike past champions where they've lost and fallen off, Rashad has actually gotten better within the last two fights and has seemed to have seen a resurgence in his just endurance and his skill and frankly, just emotion in the fight.
And the question for Bones to me is competition. I think Rashad's has fought against a top competition. Jones, as great as his record is, as exciting as he is, has he fought a type of fighter like a Rashad Evans?
Rashad Evans coming off of a 4-fight win streak with victories just past the past fight was against Phil Davis, a young and up-and-coming fighter. A surprise win over him, in my opinion. And then you've got Bones Jones, who technically hasn't really lost.
No, technically hasn't. He got a disqualified against Matt Hamill. Mm-hmm. And since then, he hasn't lost. Hasn't really been challenged, to be honest with you. I think this is going to be the first fight where he gets to be challenged, but I just can't see Bones Jones losing. And I expect him, after this fight, to be crowned #1 UFC overall.
So you're making your pick now. You're going Bones Jones in this fight.
Going Bones Jones, and like I said, with Anderson Silva going up in age, with GSP with his ACL tear, I'm going to predict after this fight, Bones Jones wins convincingly and also becomes #1 in the UFC.
How does Bones Jones do it? Is it going to be a decision? Or are you going to see last 5 fights have been either submission or TKO?
I think it'll be a decision. I think Rashad is not a type of fighter that's going to give up easily. Mm-hmm. I think, but Bones Jones, I think, is really athletic, really unorthodox, where Rashad, as much of a veteran as he is, hasn't seen a fighter like this. Even though he's trained with them, they trained when he was really inexperienced, really young. Bones Jones is not the same guy when they used to train together.
Rashad is going to have his hands full, but I got to agree. I see a Bones Jones victory in this fight. I don't see it go to decision, though. I think it's going to be one of those where it'll maybe go into the later rounds, but I think you'll see I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'm going to say a submission out of Bones Jones over Rashad Evans.
Ray's really going on the limb there. I think it's a decision. I think it's just two good fighters. Bones is, like I said, he is the champion, but I think Rashad is just not one of those fighters that's going to give up easily, and I see it as going to decision. I'm Bones Jones coming out on top.
So if Bones Jones is going to come out on top, he's going to be the winner in this fight. Where do you rank him? Now you've got Bones Jones, you got St. Pierre, you got the Spider.
I go Bones Jones #1. Like I said, GSP injured knee, hasn't really fought lately. The names not as exciting as he was before. You got Anderson Silva, who had a little difficulty with Chael Sonnen, but did come back and knock out his last two fighters. But he's going up in age. I just see Bones Jones is the future of UFC, and I'm going to predict that he gets crowned as the UFC #1.
Wow, bold words from Angel. Be sure to watch UFC 145 coming up April 21st on your favorite pay-per-view channel. We'll be back next time to break down more UFC.